Hey guys, Lunar Trojan here, and since it's getting pretty close to Christmas time, I thought I'd do a video on discussing my favorite Christmas movies and TV shows, sort of the same thing, like Rudolph and Frosty, but a little bit about the gameplay first. This is a Nuketown Chaos Mosh Pit, I think it is. I went 49 and 24, I believe. I'm using the MP7 with the little laser sight on it so I can find people easier, hip fire faster. I don't really hip fire that much, but I just put it on there because I haven't really used the MP7, and so putting this on there is really the only attachment that I want, and it helps me out a little bit, so decided to put that on there. And also I wanted to apologize for not putting out very many videos lately. Trying to get back into it. I've been really busy with school and basketball. If you play basketball in high school, you know that it takes up a lot of time. We have practice like every day, even on the weekends and stuff, so takes up a lot of my time playing basketball. And then I've been trying to do a lot of my schoolwork too. I'm doing probably the best I've done in school this year, so trying to get that out of the way. But more about the Christmas movies. I was gonna go over my top 5 Christmas movies, which I think is a pretty good list. It's probably the same as a lot of you guys have because there's not really that many great Christmas movies out there. And then I would talk a little bit about the ones I don't like that much, and also TV shows. So number 1 on my list, probably my favorite Christmas movie of all time, is Elf with Will Ferrell. I think it's super funny. I watch it with my family every year. Even my grandma likes it, and she thinks every movie's stupid because it's unrealistic. But she thought it was funny, and it's a really great movie. So if you haven't seen Elf, I'm sure most of you probably have. If you haven't seen it, definitely go rent it before Christmas. It's a great movie to watch. Second, it's kind of a tie. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is tied with A Christmas Story for second on my list. A Christmas Story is pretty much every kid on Christmas. You want that one thing, but your parents sometimes don't let you get it. It's also funny. Pretty much all these movies are comedies, at least the top 3 or 4. And National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is also a comedy with Chevy Chase. It's super funny. Definitely like watching that every year. Probably watch it actually like 2 or 3 times a year because it really reminds me of like my family, because he just has this crazy family and in-laws, stuff like that, and my grandma and grandpa are sort of like that, and my parents feel that way about each other's parents, so it's kind of funny to watch it. It's like watching myself or watching my family, sort of the same thing. Third on my list is Home Alone. This is a really good movie. I used to watch it when I was little and kind of imagine what would happen if burglars came to my house. Of course, I probably wouldn't be that smart. I'd probably just run or something, hide. But definitely funny, another funny movie. The second Home Alone, was also pretty good. They kept the same kid actor. I forget his name right now, but he actually was an elf also. Or sorry, Ralphie from A Christmas Story was an elf. If you guys remember, he's sort of the head elf, like worker elf. If you watch Elf, you'll know what I'm talking about. He has the glasses, and you can tell it's Ralphie. And I just noticed that a couple years ago, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then anyway, Home Alone, the first 2 were really good, and then I think they made like 2 after that. They were horrible. Didn't like them at all. They switched the actor. I hate when movies do that. Like Spider-Man, I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't like it because of the actor switching, but they did that one well. But Home Alone, definitely don't check out any of the ones after the second one. So next is The Polar Express. I saw this the first time last year for the first time, and I wasn't really sure. I thought it might be kind of stupid, but I ended up watching it, and it was really good. Definitely a good Christmas movie, and I watch it like every Christmas now. I only started last year, of course, but I did watch it again the other night, a couple times actually, and it's pretty good. It's a good animation. Definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it already. So I believe that was my top 5, and then some other ones that are good that you may not have seen or have seen. Gremlins, which didn't make my top 5 because I don't really consider it a Christmas movie, honestly. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version, the new one, not the old TV one. Arthur's Christmas, it was good, just the classics are better. Scrooge and the Santa Claus. They had a bunch of Santa Claus. movies, so I don't. I've seen, I think, the first two, if I remember right, and the ones after that, I think movies that when they just keep making them and making them, they just get worse. Honestly, Harry Potter did a good job because, I mean, I read all the Harry Potter books. Same with Twilight. As embarrassing as it is, I read all the Twilight books and I've seen all the movies, and they did a good job with them. I think, honestly, I might get hate for that, but I think Twilight did a good job. But movies, some of them just keep going and going, and they get worse, and you stop watching them, and it's bad. But the first two, I think, Santa Claus, I ended up liking, but I wasn't interested in the ones after that. And then there's always, TV specials on, either on like ABC Family. They have the 25 Days of Christmas. I usually watch that every year. But some TV shows that I watch every single year. Watch them around Christmas. I'm sure a lot of you watch these too. Rudolph and Frosty, as well as Charlie Brown. So Rudolph is a classic. You have to watch Rudolph. Everyone knows the song. Everyone knows everything about Rudolph. You definitely have to watch it if you haven't seen it. For some reason, go watch it right now. It's definitely the best Christmas. I mean, when I think of Christmas, I think of Rudolph, basically. And then there is Frosty the Snowman. I'm not as big of a fan as Frosty as I am Rudolph. My mom really likes Frosty. It's her favorite Christmas show. But I'm just not a big fan of it. But it's still a good Christmas show if you haven't seen it. And Charlie Brown's Christmas. I'm also not a big fan of this one, really. I really like Rudolph, but Charlie Brown, I don't know. My parents, they're obviously a lot older than me, so they associate Charlie Brown with Christmas, and I am more like, I lean towards Rudolph more than Charlie Brown, but it's really personal opinion. I think all three of them are great. You just kind of have to pick which one is your favorite. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think is your top 5 favorite Christmas movies or shows. Or send me a message, whatever is fine. But this is my personal opinion, it's not right. There are some movies I left off. There's like A Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's another one I really don't associate with Christmas. Same as the Gremlins. I mean, it's not like scary or anything, but when I think of Christmas, I think of lots of snow, happy times, presents, stuff like that. Not A Nightmare Before Christmas, basically. So yeah, that's my top 5 Christmas movies and some other ones. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna let the gameplay run. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.
Friendly care package inbound. Bravo secure. Losing B. Friendly RCXD inbound. RCXD inbound. We lost B. On your feet. Securing Alpha. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Shoot us! Hostile RCXD in your AO. Be advised, your equipment has been destroyed. Sniper's history. Losing C. Securing Bravo. Transitioning. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. UAV awaiting orders. UAV inbound. Objective almost complete. Don't quit now. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Losing Bravo. Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Hostile care package inbound. Be advised, hostile RCXD spotted.